A good day to everyone. Let's begin a lesson on rocks and minerals. This is a lesson on social studies for 5th grade. 5th standard social studies lesson. Please get started with your books on page 195. Now the first one, what is the difference have you noticed between rock and soil? Now rock is broken down to form soil. That is, the soil is nothing but the broken particles of a huge rock. 2. Name some rocks, uses of rocks you see around you. Now you can see sandstone is used for building. Chalk is got from limestone that we use to write on the board, and also for many other uses of chalk and limestone. Limestone is used as cattle feed. Then granite. Granite is used in buildings. Most of your kitchen tops are made of granite. Rocks are everywhere on the earth. There are 3 types of rocks on the earth. A rock can be igneous, sedimentary or metamorphic. We shall now learn how these rocks are formed. So basically the earth is formed of 3 types of rocks. One is sedimentary, one is metamorphic, and one is igneous. Now let us go to the first one, igneous.
Formation of igneous rocks.
Look, Didi, I found a strange kind of stone in the park today.
Let me have a look at it, Girija. It looks like granite.
Granite is used in construction of buildings, Didi. Our teacher had told us about it once.
You are right, Girija. Granite is very hard, and so it is used to make strong buildings. It is an igneous rock.
Igneous rock, Didi? What's that?
Rocks formed by the cooling of lava and magma are called igneous rocks.
Lava, magma, but how, Didi?
Let me explain. We know that the region deep below the surface of the earth is extremely hot. This hot region is filled up with magma. Magma is made up of molten rocks that exist in a semi-solid liquid state. Sometimes this magma moves up and collects in a space just below the Earth's surface called the magma chamber. It then pushes itself up through a tunnel or raised opening in the Earth's crust. This opening is also known as a volcano. When the magma reaches the opening of the volcano, it comes out with great force, causing a volcanic eruption. When the magma reaches the surface of the Earth, it is called lava. This lava is often semi-liquid in nature, and it flows onto the Earth's surface after coming out from the volcano.
So when the mixture of molten rocks is below the Earth's surface, it is called magma. And when this mixture comes out on the Earth's surface, it is called lava.
Yes, you are right, Girija. As the lava flows down the sides of a volcano, it keeps cooling down and changes into hard rocks. The hard rocks formed from the cooling of the lava are called igneous rocks. Sometimes the speed of the magma that is rising up in a volcano is very slow. As a result of this, the magma cools and forms rocks deep below the surface of the earth. Such rocks take a long time to cool down and solidify and are called intrusive igneous rocks. The magma that flows out of a volcano in the form of lava cools down much faster and forms very hard rocks called extrusive igneous rocks. Obsidian, pumice, and basalt are examples of extrusive igneous rocks. The granite rock you found in the park is an intrusive igneous rock.
Thank you for all the information, Didi. Now I know so much more about igneous rocks.
You are most welcome, Girija.
The region deep below the Earth's surface is extremely hot. It is filled with a semi-solid liquid called magma. At times, the hot magma, mainly made up of molten rocks, is forced out of the earth. It rises from deep below and reaches the surface, causing a volcanic eruption. A volcano is a raised surface of the earth through which magma flows out. When magma reaches the surface of the earth, it is called lava. The region deep below the earth's surface is extremely hot. It is filled with a semi-solid liquid called magma. At times, the hot magma, mainly made up of molten rocks, is forced out of the earth. It rises from deep below and reaches the surface, causing a volcanic eruption. A volcano is a raised surface of the earth through which magma flows out. When magma reaches the surface of the earth, it is called lava. Now see the picture over there, a volcanic eruption. Now you have heard about volcanoes, Mount Fujiyama in Japan, one of the oldest volcanoes in the world. Now, what is a volcano? Now, as you have read, it says, below the earth's surface, deep down in the earth's crust, it is very, very hot. And there you have a liquid. It's not a full liquid, it's a semi-solid liquid called magma. Now, due to the pressure inside, what happens is this magma is pushed upwards and comes out through an opening in the surface of the earth, and that opening is known as the volcano. Once this liquid comes out from the earth, under the earth, and comes to the surface, it is known as lava. This lava solidifies and you get the igneous rock. Next page. As the red hot lava flows out of the earth, it comes in contact with land or water, begins to cool and changes into rock. These type of rocks are called igneous rocks. They are the oldest type of rocks. As the red hot lava flows out of the earth, it comes in contact with land or water, begins to cool and changes into rock. These type of rocks are called igneous rocks. They are the oldest type of rocks. As I told you, so the first type of rock is nothing but the semi-solid magma that comes from inside the earth, comes out through a volcanic eruption and then becomes hard, and igneous rocks are formed. Now in igneous rock also you have different types of igneous rocks. Now let's go to the first one, that is granite. You all are very familiar with granite. You've seen many buildings having granite layouts, granite used indoors and outdoors, tabletops. So granite is a frequently used rock. There are different types of igneous rocks. Granite. You see the picture there, Amba Vilas Palace, Mysore. It is made of grey granite. The full palace is made of grey colored granite stones. Granite is found in different colors and is formed when the magma cools slowly under the ground. Being a hard and strong rock, granite is used to build monuments and tombstones. Now this is the lava that comes out becomes very, very hard. So it's a very hard type of rock. You cannot break it easily. So this rock is used to make buildings and to make tombstones. That is one major use of granite. Next one, coming to pumice. Now pumice is usually found in North America and in Hudson Bay area of Canada. It is a grey or cream colored rock that is formed when the lava cools very quickly. During its formation, gases are trapped inside it, due to which pumice has many tiny holes in it. Therefore, pumice is very light. It is the only rock that floats on water. Pumice is used to polish furniture, clean floors, and as a body scrubber. Powdered pumice is used by dentists to polish teeth. It is a grey or cream colored rock that is formed when the lava cools very quickly. During its formation, gases are trapped inside it, due to which pumice has many tiny holes in it. Therefore, pumice is very light. It is the only rock that floats on water. Pumice is used to polish furniture, clean floors, and as a body scrubber. Powdered pumice is used by dentists to polish teeth. Now you see the picture of a pumice stone. It is usually white in color, and you will get in many medical shops. You will get this stone. Now this is a very soft rock. Why? Because this has air holes, like air was trapped inside when the rock was formed, and so it is full of gaps inside, and so it is not a very heavy rock. It is one of the lightest rocks that floats in water. Now the uses of pumice is, it is used as a body scrubber, and it is used to polish furniture, clean floors, and also by dentists to polish the teeth. So this is also one type of an igneous rock. Then coming to the next one is basalt. It's also an igneous rock and it's a volcanic rock. Now you can see the picture there of basalt. It is greyish black in color. It is formed when the lava cools down quickly. The floor of the ocean is mostly made up of basalt. So almost all the oceans in the world are covered with this type of rock known as basalt. It is mainly used for construction purposes and it is rich in iron and magnesium. Now coming to sedimentary rocks. Rocks are broken into pebbles, sand, clay and silt all the time by strong winds, fast flowing river water and ocean waves. Rain wash away these rock particles into rivers. These fragments remain suspended in fast flowing river waters. When the river reaches relatively quieter waters of a sea or a lake, the rock fragments and other particles which have flowed along slowly settle at the bottom. Over a long period of time, this process forms many layers of sediments on the ocean bed or at the bottom of the lake. Due to the weight of the upper layers of sediments, the lower sediments harden to form sedimentary rocks. Rocks are broken into pebbles, sand, clay and silt all the time by strong winds, fast flowing river water and ocean waves. Rain wash away these rock particles into rivers. These fragments remain suspended in fast flowing river waters. When the river reaches relatively quieter waters of a sea or a lake, the rock fragments and other particles which have flowed along slowly settle at the bottom. Over a long period of time, this process forms many layers of sediments on the ocean bed or at the bottom of the lake. Due to the weight of the upper layers of sediments, the lower sediments harden to form sedimentary rocks. Now here, this is mainly because of soil erosion or weathering of soil caused by the flow of water, storm, rain and even ocean waves. So what happens is, these rocks which are broken down by the strong winds or the ocean waves or the flowing water, they are carried along with the water. Now as the speed of the water slows down, they get carried to quieter parts of the ocean or the sea, and then finally these bits of rock, they settle at the bottom of the ocean bed. Now as this happens, one by one, slowly layer after layer gets accumulated on top of these layers that are already there in the ocean bed, and then they form the sedimentary rocks. So sedimentary rocks are formed over a long period of time, and that is usually in the ocean and bed and the sea bed under the water. As I told you, the rocks are carried by the water forces or the ocean or the storms, and then they go with the water and then reach an area where there is a quiet or a calm. When that kind of an area comes, automatically these pebbles or granules of a rock, they settle to the bottom. Now this happens on a time, and usually every time this happens, one by one layers are formed at the bottom of the ocean bed, and that is how a sedimentary rock is formed. Now here also you have 2 or 3 types of sedimentary rocks. The first one is conglomerate. This is a coarse-grained rock formed from gravel, stones, pebbles and even boulders which have solidified. So the coarse grain of rocks, the stones, pebbles and boulders, they have all become solid, and that is conglomerate, and it is a decorative stone and it is also used in the industry. And the color varies from tan to brown, that means from light brown to dark brown. Now coming to sandstone, a very famous building in India, the Red Fort in Delhi, is made of red sandstone. This consists of grains of sand cemented together. Some kinds of sandstone are porous. Sandstone is used to make buildings. And it is also, the color varies from grey to yellow. Now you have shale. This is made up of clay that has become rock. It consists of layers which readily split into flat pieces. It is used to make tiles and roofs. So shale is nothing but clay that has become split into flat pieces, and it is used to make tiles and roofs. Limestone, as the name signifies, limestone will have a great amount of lime, and usually it is known as calcite. And limestone is a finely grained, fairly soft rock. It is generally formed from the hard shells of animals that live in the sea. When these animals die, their shells settle on the sea floor and form a layer. As more and more layers deposit on top, the lower layers transform into limestone. Now, limestone is also a soft rock and formed in the seabed. Now, this is because of the shells of the sea animals that get deposited one by one on top of each other, and they form a layer. Limestone is formed because of the decaying matter of the animals that live in the sea, usually the shells of animals that live in the sea. When these animals die, the shells settle on the sea floor and form a layer. Subsequently, more and more deposition of seashells happen, and it gets solidified to form limestone. Limestone is used as a road base, that is during building of roads, and also because it contains lime, it is used in the feed of dairy animals. And the best example of limestone is chalk, that is used to write on blackboards. Chalk is a type of limestone. It is used to write on blackboards. Limestone is used in buildings and for making cement and glass. Now coming to the next type, that is metamorphic rock. We finished with igneous, that is formed due to a volcanic eruption. We finished with sedimentary, that is formed under the seabed. Now let us come to metamorphic. At times, existing igneous or sedimentary rocks get pushed deep into the earth. The weight of the rocks above them and the heat inside earth changes the igneous or sedimentary rocks below into a different type of rock called metamorphic rock. This is a very slow process and takes millions of years to form metamorphic rocks. Now we learned the first one, that is igneous rocks formed because of the volcanic eruption. Now sedimentary rocks were formed at the bottom of the ocean bed or sea. Now these two, when they are compressed and they are, the weight of the rocks above them is so hard that they are pushed deep down into the earth, these igneous or sedimentary rocks get converted or get transformed into the metamorphic rock. It takes a long period of time, but this is nothing. The igneous or the sedimentary rock gets transformed because of the heat of the earth, and because they are pushed deep down into the crust of the earth, they change into an igneous rock, and metamorphic rock, and it is a very slow process, and it takes a lot of time for an igneous or a sedimentary rock to get changed into a metamorphic rock. Now some examples of metamorphic rock formation are the following. The sandstone becomes a quartzite, a limestone becomes marble. So you know that marble is now formed from limestone, and limestone is a sedimentary rock. So sedimentary rock, limestone is a sedimentary rock, and from that you get marble. So now you understand how marble is formed. You see the picture there, the Taj Mahal was constructed using white crystalline marble. Now coming to the minerals. Minerals are natural substances that are found in solid state. They occur in nature either on or below the surface of the earth. Sea salt is a mineral that occurs on the surface of the earth, whereas diamond is a mineral that occurs below the surface of the earth. Now it's very hard to believe that diamond is a mineral. We value it as one of the precious stones, but it is actually a mineral found below the surface of the earth. That is why we say diamonds are mined. Minerals are not formed from plants or animals or any other life forms. Some minerals found in nature are shown below: red beryl, rose quartz and diamond. So these are different minerals: red beryl, rose quartz and diamond is also known to be the hardest substance on earth. Some rocks are made up of one or many minerals. Metals also occur as part of rocks. Some rocks are mixtures of useful metals and small amounts of unwanted substances such as sand. Such rocks are called ores. For example, aluminium, copper and iron occur as ores. Now you can't go to a factory and ask for iron, because that iron comes from a ore, that is iron ore. Aluminium also comes from a ore, and copper also comes from a ore. These ores are found in the soil, and then they have to be dug out and then taken to a factory, cleaned and processed under various conditions of temperature, and chemicals are used to process them, and then they are coming out as aluminium, copper and iron that we see in the market. We use different minerals in our day-to-day life. For example, metallic minerals are used to make utensils, coins, wires and machines. Some minerals such as diamond are non-metallic and are used to make jewelry and cut glass. Now you see gold is used in jewelry, diamond is used as jewelry, and other copper is used to make wires, and you can say iron is used to make vessels, and aluminium is also used to make vessels, and iron is also used to make many machines. With that, we come to the end of this chapter.